Yeah, welcome to this episode of Sounding So Ecstatic. Just a quick uh housekeeping matters. The show was great. Afterwards, Olivia got to meet Skylar Aston, which was very exciting for her. That is a famous actor. He was in Pitch Perfect 1 and 2, and he's in a bunch of theater things. And we saw him in Little Shop of Horrors,
Fun.
and it was great. And he laughed at my jokes, and he was very much a normal human being, which was great. And his co-star, who was a understudy for the female lead, was also great. They were both lovely, which was great. It's perfect.
Amazing.
It was great.
I love that for both of you.
We waited in line for like 45, well, not in line, in a crowd for like 45 minutes, and it was hot, and I was a little on the irritated side, but it worked out great. It worked out great.
That's well, good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm sure we're all glad to hear it.
Yeah, if you want to, well, Olivia's profile is private, just kidding, but she got pictures with him. And then some more housekeeping matters. I got a flat file, as you recommended last time.
Oh, you did?
So I went on a full-blown hunt for a flat file, which is actually really hard to find.
They're harder than you think, yeah.
Yep, they're super popular among all of the artists. And why
Yeah, because they're great.
Right. Why I don't, like, I never understood that. But so there was that. But I finally found one. I'm picking it up on Saturday. I have to drive an hour away, and I'm spending $150 on it. But it's an old rusted one. I'm gonna put a sweet wood top on top of it, I think. And I think I'm gonna paint it. I have some purple paint left over from the rocket ship first batch of paint that was bad paint. Like, it didn't match the color scheme I wanted. But so now I have this big thing of purple paint, and I'm like, let's do purple and white. I'll put like a big kapow on the side with like some puzzle pieces around it. I think would be cool. I think it's gonna be a cool color scheme. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, you have some big plans for it, and I love that. And I'm sure we can't wait to tag along when you do this on your next live.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. So yeah, I'm looking forward to editing the cabinet. We'll see how it goes. I don't really know how sanding and painting a metal thing is going to go, but we're here for it. I'm excited about it.
I'm excited for you. I'm sure I'll join for the ride at some point. Well, and we'll be talking about it. We'll need live updates. Regular updates.
And I'll probably try and film like a time lapse, because I'm terrible about filming time lapses when I build or destroy things in general. Speaking of friends, I emailed like 21 companies from puzzles to get different like puzzles to do reviews. So far, one has responded, which is very exciting. I'm getting a puzzle shipped to me from one company. I'm going to film a review, and we're really excited about it. Is it only 1 out of 21 companies? Yes, but we are better than 0. So that's great. It's great.
Kristine has been so excited to tell you guys. It has been
genuinely
a moment. It's been a week. It's been a wonderful week for you. Wait, I don't know when they got back to you, but I'm so excited. I can't wait for this puzzle review.
Just a couple of days, and it's a female-owned company, and the co-owner / co-founder is the one who got back to me directly, which was kind of wholesome. And I posted on a forum about jigsaw puzzles to ask what people who are into jigsaw puzzling want to hear from a review. I'm like, what do you guys care about? Like, puzzle quality, how good they snap together. And people had a lot to say, like way more than I expected. People were like, I care about the quality of the snap. I care about the back. I care about the quality of the image. I care about what comes in the box with the image. I care about how much puzzle dust there is. And I was like, whoa.
Do they care about the box? Is the box
important? They care about the box. They care about how high quality the box art is. If there's any like labels that are in the way of the image, so the image is distorted on the box. Like, there's a lot of things.
That's rough.
How good the cut is. So if you open the box and you have a lot of pieces that are still together because they didn't get cut all the way, like how good.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you have a bunch of repeating pieces, they're like, that's no bueno. We don't like that.
Wow. I was gonna say watch some YouTube reviews, but damn, they really told you, didn't they?
Yeah, no, they came to brunch.
Oh no.
But they were like, yeah, and it's a big deal if like how thick the pieces are. They're like, thin pieces, trash. Thick, quality. We like quality pieces. That's why like people love the wooden puzzles, because they're like a more quality piece. Anyway, this is all to say that puzzle enthusiasts don't care about cost or where they can get it, because they'll spend through the nose to buy whatever. Because I was like, oh, I think, the things that people care about are going to be like cost and and like, location wise, like US only, Canada only. There's a lot of Asian based puzzles.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they were like, no, honestly, I don't care where I have to get it or how much I have to pay for it. If it's a good puzzle, I'm paying for it. I'm like, oh, okay, alrighty then.
I didn't realize that puzzle enthusiasts were so enthusiastic.
100%.
I love it.
Yep. So that's my spiel about my puzzling journey. Do you have any house cleaning updates? How are you feeling? Better than last time?
I mean, we're here for your puzzle journey. I'm excited. I can't wait. Did you get it already? I can't wait to see what the image is and how many pieces it is.
It's called Lazy Sunday. It's 500 pieces, and it is
Oh, is that a lot?
well, 500 is what I have to practice with because the individual competitions are 500 pieces.
Oh, okay. Right. I forgot you were doing that part.
Right. Yep. So right now I'm like doing 300s, 100s, 200s just to like get used to doing a lot of puzzles, and then I'm gluing those and keeping those as like, artwork pieces to work on later. The 500 piece puzzles I'm saving to do timed competition, practice with.
Okay.
I
So it's called Lazy Sunday.
It's called Lazy Sunday, and it has ice cream scoops.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
I can't wait to see it. That's very
It's
cute.
normally like a $35 puzzle that I'm getting for the free with a shout out, and I'm working on getting with their affiliate program too, so I can peddle my puzzles and I can be a puzzle peddler.
God, you love alliteration, huh?
Dude, so much.
I'm sure nothing would make you happier than suggesting puzzles to people, so I feel like that's a good path for you to go.
I'm really excited about it, and I've been thinking about like what to call these art installation piece things I make. They're not installations, I'm not installing them anywhere. These art pieces that I end up trying to make.
Okay.
I've been trying to think of things to call them, and I've gotten stuck on puzzles. So
I feel like that's probably a winner. If it's not, trademarked already, grab it.
I was like, honestly, if I open a shop for these things, I'm going to call it Kapow's Kapuzzles. And that's it. We're done. I'm going to paint it on the side of this flat file.
That's fine.
When I paint it, it's going to say Kapow's Kapuzzles, and there's going to be puzzle pieces and comic book alliteration. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Illustration, not alliteration. You know what I mean?
And alliteration, probably, and alliteration, too. Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah. So
that's amazing.
That was a big ol' update about puzzles.
Kristine has a current hyperfixation, in case anyone
it's so
like
bad.
To know.
It's so bad.
Is it?
It is.
Yeah.
I've been trying to
But it's fun when you're in it.
Yeah, it's always hyperfixations are always fun when you're in it. I've been trying to think of ways to like just quit all my jobs and do it full time. I wish I was a better artist and could just sell my artwork as puzzle designs. I wish I could do that for the rest of my life. I wish I had the drawing ability to do that. I wish I had even the photography skills, truthfully, to do that, because people go out and they take, snaps all the time and then they send them out and like they sell off these images to different manufacturers. And I'm not that talented in that way, but God, would I love to make a way to make puzzles somewhat more profitable so that I don't have to keep working in medicine forever.
Maybe the affiliate link is a good place to start.
100%. That's the best place to start. So
that's your foot in the door for sure.
That's the foot in the door for sure. This is not podcast related, but I have to show you Harriet right now because she's such a ham.
Is she? Does that mean I can take a drink?
Can you?
What is she doing?
She's sleeping in the window.
What are you doing?
Look at how sweet she is. She's just staring at me. Look at her sleeping. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, sweet. She tried to murder you. Yeah, well, she's thinking about murdering you.
No, she's 100% thinking about murdering me. Anyway, now that all the housekeeping is done, we're done hamming over Harriet the cat.
Yeah.
What's the word of the week? Brand. Well, this whole thing has been on brand for us, so...
Oh, damn.
Brand. Brand is the word.
All right. Do you want to start?
I can start. Obviously, brands make me think of brand deals and a potential avenue of revenue that doesn't involve taking care of patients. And also, brands make me think of corporate greed and like down with Jeff Bezos and
Agreed.
And just, capitalism and how toxic that's been, and that spirals me into being a workaholic and thinking about how we've turned even just this whole conversation about my trying to make puzzles more profitable. We've turned everything into like this hustle culture of like this grind culture of like we need to grind to make more, to feel more comfortable, to do what we want, and to get some work-life balance involved.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you there, 100%. The hustle culture, and it's expensive to be an American, so and we're not paid appropriately, so like a lot of people can't not also hustle.
Right. I'm currently in negotiations at my full-time job, and I've gotten to this really healthy point now where it's like, oh no, either we get what we want or I'm just gonna walk. I was like, I work enough other jobs, I can make it work.
Yeah,
And I also have this like fearlessness of like, you know what, if I'm forced out of the door, if I really feel like I'm in a position where I'm like, all right, let's flip the table, let's walk out, it'll just be
yeah,
my way of forcing myself into doing creative things full time more.
yeah,
But I think it's a really healthy place to be, a place where you don't feel so attached to your job that if you were to lose it tomorrow, you are seven ways fucked, right? Like it's very freeing for me. I don't know.
I think that's very, I think that's very freeing for a lot of people, and probably more so the American dream than anything else is to be able to not have to like feel like you're a slave to your boss, to be able to be like, yeah, I'm going on vacation, so see you guys next week or whatever, and not even think about it. Like, that seems to me like the ideal. Or working for yourself in a way that also you're not uh, poor for most of it.
Right. It's that work to live, not live to work mentality, right? Like
Right.
that
Yeah.
is much better. Were you coloring just now?
I'm trying to take notes so I don't forget everything that's in this episode as soon as it's over for writing the descriptions.
Nice. So, it's a little BTS for you guys, a little behind the scenes. Maggie writes our copy because she's much better at describing things than I am. Because I would otherwise just give you a play by play of the entire thing, and she's much better at
Which
that.
some of them have been for a little bit because I was bad at getting those too. But
Yeah.
I don't even know where these show up. Spotify, I think.
They show up on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and anywhere that you consume podcast content. You're welcome for plugging our podcast on the podcast.
In case you guys weren't aware.
Right.
But yeah, so I'm taking notes this time. I try really hard, but you guys,
It's tough.
it's tough.
Do you have anything else about brands? That isn't a very good one.
I mean, I feel like that one ends up kind of being a depressing one, but no, my mindset was sort of in the same space. Like, I work on brands and I've always worked like with brands, and so that's kind of my whole like career life. So I think that's why when you said it, I was like, ugh. Like, I don't want to talk about this. This just feels like me talking about my job. So yeah, I don't know. I think overall, like, we're all getting to a place where we just feel like brands are like blah, and
Yeah.
like nobody trusts a brand,
Right.
and like this is why influencer culture took off and is continuing to be like a resource for people, because like people don't trust brands, they're shady, they don't do what they say they're gonna do. So
But even that they're trying to taint, right? Like, did you hear about like Kyle Shmeely, like Mealy on Wheels or whatever? Kyle Shmeely Mealy.
no.
So Kyle Shmeely, I think is his actual name, is a content creator. I don't know if he started on YouTube or on TikTok, but I saw his stuff on TikTok. And he like faked that he went to this get and go and made a cutout of himself as like a promo and snuck it into this get and go like he was a vendor. So it's this huge like cutout
Okay.
of this guy, and it's like it acts like he like wrote reviews for his fake product on this thing. So it was like rated best gas station food by Gas Stations of America or whatever. Like it was funny. And of course they think like the way he
I'm
pitches
obsessed
it.
with that. I
No,
love that.
yeah, the way he pitches it is like it's this organic thing, right? Like he literally just woke up one day and said, "I thought it would be funny to be a cutout in a get and go," and did it. Or it was like, I'm sorry, it was a come and go, and a come and go, and just did it. which like he sold it this way, and then Come and Go acted like they reached out to him in partnership with Red Bull to be like, we're gonna offer a $5 Kyle Shmeely mealy, which is a slice of pizza, two slices of pizza, and a Red Bull. Like the Red Bull's in the middle of these two slices of pizza or something like that for $5, and
Okay.
then like $2 of that goes to feeding hunger, like feeding American hunger, like U.S. Hunger Company or whatever. All seemed super wholesome, super organic. Then he starts making merchandise where he's like also donating to No Kid Goes Hungry or something like that along those lines with these t-shirts that are like cartoonish and whatever. Like it was all great. And then it comes out that Come and Go approached him and like they planned this whole thing from the beginning. And it was like, y'all faked, like Red Bull had
Oh,
no idea, right? So Red Bull just came in on it and they were like, yeah, let's do this thing. But they had colluded,
sounds
like,
good. Yeah.
right, like we'll do this organic marketing thing, whatever. And then he had to like have this super cringy apology video where he had to be like, no, this was organic, guys. Like I pitched this to them. And it's like, well, that's not organic because you pitched it and they approved it before you even did it. Like, that's not
Right. It
that's
was
not
an
what you
ad
sold
the
here,
whole
bro.
time.
Right. That's not what you sold here, dude. And there was people driving from hundreds of miles away to this one Come and Go to take a picture with this one cutout. Like, it worked. They drove business there.
Oh my
But like,
God.
dude, it was so wild. And I'm like, but so a lot of people felt very rightly so, like hoodwinked by this guy because like he sold this
For sure.
organic and I unfollowed him over it. Like I had followed him, I was like, dude, this is hilarious. He's feeding kids, like that's awesome. And then I was like,
Yeah.
if you would have been upfront with it and you were like, me and Come and Go partnered to do this funny thing, fine.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
you try to like get away with it, it felt very gross. So even brands are trying to ruin the creator aspect of things, or like, yeah, let's make a deal, but let's not tell anybody we're making a deal.
Yeah, and like realistically, there are laws governing advertising and people don't realize this. And some brands don't realize this because I made a TikTok about this because I'm like so annoyed with this freaking industry because big companies will hire like someone straight out of school, no experience to run social media because they're young and they're like, okay, well, we need ads, so you need to come up with ads for us. Absolutely no idea that there are legal implications
Yeah,
that you are advertising.
yeah, you have to be super careful.
What the? It's so frustrating. And so then, like, stuff like this happens, and it's like, yeah, it puts a bad taste, especially in influencers' mouths. But, like, if you're an influencer and a brand ever asks you, like, oh, but don't say this is an ad, don't.
Yeah, just don't,
Don't do
just
that.
don't. That's not the move.
Absolutely don't do that. Also, look up the laws for advertising in your state and advertising in their industry. Make sure they're not having you do something that could get your Instagram or TikTok or whatever taken down. Ridiculous stuff. Like I work with influencers and some of them are brand new to it and I'm just like, here's a contract. This is what a contract should look like. Look out for your content. Make sure they can't keep it forever.
Right.
Make sure that they can't use it in ads. Like protect yourselves.
A little behind the scenes on my end too. I'm super picky about who I work with because I refuse to give up my face and my stuff for in perpetuity. I just simply refuse. I won't do it.
Yeah. It's in so many contracts.
Yeah, the company I did the Bone Connection headphone thing with, they ended up not protecting me when my videos got stolen. They ended up not
Mm-hmm.
caring at all, and because of how crappy their response was, I removed my review of their product. I removed their affiliate link from my profile, and I said, "Forget it. You don't get my business anymore." Like,
Fair.
I don't care how good your product is if you're not gonna defend me or even act like you care to defend me. Like, see it, dude.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I mean, I always I this is why I don't like any of these like apps or services or whatever. They're like, sign up and we'll get you jobs. Like companies that actually will give a shit about you, they will build a relationship with you in advance. When I pick influencers, I am all over their page for months. Months. I'm DMing them. I'm sharing their stuff to story. We're like this by the time I'm like, listen, I'd love to talk to you.
Right.
Like, it should be a sales job. Like, I'm recruiting you.
Right.
Or it's like basically a recruiting job. I'm recruiting you because you make good content. I know that people are going to love it. And I know that it's going to do really, really well for me. We need to work together. Like, those are the brands that you should really look out for. I mean, like, you can probably make easy money doing like dumb stuff, but like, is that really what you want your account to be? Not you, but like general you. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna call out a company by name, and I think it's because they are the biggest, guiltiest human beings of this. The coldest water bottle, when I was first getting big on TikTok, got a hold of me.
Okay.
They offered me a water bottle, which fine, and like $180 for 15 posts on my TikTok page. 15 posts. Now, we've talked about how absolutely insane that is and how I should have never done it, and I never did, thank God. But fast forward, and the water bottle had to be front and center. You could talk about whatever you wanted, but
Mm-hmm.
it just had to be in the frame. And we all know my content is
Mm-hmm.
not that. I have
Right.
since seen people post with this fucking water bottle front and center.
40 times.
Yep. And I'm like, homie, be better. Like, I know why you did this. I know you're hurting, but I
Yeah,
promise.
though. Right, though, like, times are tough. I'm not judging anybody. Like, get your bag however you want.
Right.
But, like, if you are working at it, you're working your ass off, and you know that you are the shit, you know that what you're putting out there is good, charge right for it. And make sure you know what to charge for it. Because companies will try to take advantage of you left and right, and you're going to be excited because, of course, you are. Free shit. And, like, I get to work with a brand. I'm getting paid for this. That's awesome. Like, TikTok pays me, 3 cents every 4 weeks. So, like, it's whatever. So, like, I get it, but it's like, at some point, you really have to sit down and be like, okay, am I going to make 20 videos for $500, or am I going to make 2 videos for $2,000?
I would just like to put the creator fund into perspective for some folks. I had a video reach over 1 million views and have a bunch of interactions in June. I cashed out $53 for the month of June.
Gotta love TikTok. Yeah.
What a lot of you don't know is that the creator fund does not get bigger. More people get into it, but it does not get bigger. It is one pile of money. And so the more people that are in it, the less there is to be shared. And hence, unless you're clearing tens of millions on every single one, you're not clearing big money. But for all of our other non-creator listeners, the next word is bear.
Bear. We could have continued with brand.
We could have, but we were hyper specific about the fact that you are in marketing and I am a creator, and that seems to alienate a lot of our fan base.
True. That is very true. But anyway, interesting for some people. BTS. Moving on. Bears.
Bear, and it's spelled like, I almost said rar, and bears don't rar, but it's spelled like grizzly bear, right? Seems like rar, a bear that rars.
I mean, oh god. Oh, I hope you don't cut that part out. Anyway,
I'll keep it
like
forever.
how?
Like rar. That's another BTS. Kristine has been doing some heavy production on the back end. So initially when we started doing this, I wasn't editing any of it. Now I go through and I edit out, like, when me and Maggie are talking over each other and I say a lot of verbal cues like, yeah, and whatever. And so I'm editing a lot of that extra annoying stuff out, as well as adjusting our volume quality, which is why it's some weeks it's lower, some weeks it's higher, because I'm still trying to figure out the best version of turning up and turning down. Today, me and Maggie found out how we can hear ourselves in our headphones through the microphone. It's fascinating.
Yeah, we were actually pretty excited about that, but this is a very behind the scenes episode.
It really is. It really is. I was really excited about it though. Like, me and Olivia made eye contact and she was like, yeah, that's awesome. Like, yeah.
We're figuring it out.
We
Slowly
are.
but surely. We're getting there. I have so much cord.
I know, there's so much cord. So bears exist in Western Massachusetts where I work. So there are stories of people encountering bears on their drives home, especially because more people that I work with work or live further west than I do. I live obviously in Boston metro area, so it's east of where I work. I don't run into a lot of bears, but a lot of them do what? You're laughing. I said bears.
You said it. Yeah.
I don't run into a lot of bears, but when I do,
like, was it necessary? Yeah, I love it. Okay, keep going.
Wait. Let me really try. Hang on.
Oh no.
I don't.
No.
No. Do you know Sam Elliott, the guy who's like the voice of like Ford and GMC and Chevy? That guy, where
Sure.
he's like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not by name, but you apparently do.
when I drive a truck, I drive a Ford. You know that guy? Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. So,
Sam Elliott.
ah. Can't even take myself seriously. I don't see bears often, but when I do,
No.
I tell them to get out of the way.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, we have to keep it because Liv is laughing in the background. Oh god. All right. Should that be the title of this episode?
Maybe. I'm so sorry to anyone who hates impressions and or accents. I'm awful with them, and you're welcome.
We find it very entertaining. So,
Ugh, boy, I don't even know what that is. It's like a wannabe Southern, but isn't. I don't know.
it's like the Marlboro Man. I don't
The
know how to say that.
Marlboro Man. Marlboro's a hard word for me. My dad, he
Same.
smoked. He smoked Marlboro cigarillos. That was his go-to cigarette. They're like mini cigars. They carry them like soft packs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen those. That's that's an interesting memory to share.
My father will live and die by the fact that he made those popular. Like
Oh, really?
yeah, my father is convinced he was the man to put those fucking cigarillos on the map. So he's like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so when cigarettes were first getting expensive, like I noticed these little cigarillos were a little cheaper. He's like, so I started buying those and smoking those, and they're filtered and they're pretty good, whatever. He's like, they were like $2 a pack when the regular cigarettes were up to like $3.50. And he's like, I had the in. And then some young guys noticed that I was doing it. My dad's not super old. He's like mid-60s. And he's like, these younger guys noticed that I was doing it. And then they started doing it. And this was back when he was like in his 20s. I'm like, who was younger than you, father? But okay. And so he's like convinced. And he's like, and then these started skyrocketing like everything else, blah, blah, blah. And now he vapes. So there's that.
That was an interesting end to that story. That was not where I was expecting it to go.
Yeah, it comes up all the time.
Okay.
My father all the time.
The cigarillos?
Yeah, because I'll be like, how's vaping, Dad? Because I'm like, you should quit smoking altogether. And he's like, hey, they're better than the Marlboros. And then he'll be like, I'm the one who made those popular.
I guess.
Every time. Yeah, I'm the one who made those popular. Okay, Dad, thank you.
Let him live. I mean, let him have his small joys, okay?
There's another fun father story. He's convinced that Santana, the guitarist, serenaded his wife at a concert.
Okay, where in the concert were they located?
It was in Vegas. They were located a few rows back from the front. And my dad is like, he made strong eye contact. My stepmother's name is Marcy. Strong eye contact with Marcy, and he played the hell out of that guitar. He was serenading her. And she like buys in too, and he just like he sells the story every time. And I'm like, you know what, Dad? He did do that. He did do that, sir. I believe it.
Right? Like, look, as long as you're not hurting anybody, let them have their small joys. Like,
I get my charisma from my father. We tell stories almost identically, and he's who I get it from. So I'm not surprised at all that he sold that story the way he did.
That was a very cute story about your dad.
He's a very nice man. Very nice man. We love him.
So bears. Somehow bears got us to cigarillos. Bears just make me think of bear spray and being terrified. I have no idea what to do if I'm hiking and a bear comes up and tries to eat me. Absolutely no idea. I've been told to lay down on the ground. I've been told to spray bear spray and run. I would rather not be near bears, I think is the moral of this.
I think the true answer is act bigger. Because you're never going to outrun a grizzly. I'm pretty sure a grizzly can run like 60 miles an hour or something crazy. It's fast. I'm sorry.
That's why you need the bear spray.
Real-time fact checking. I actually don't know if bear spray actually works or not. Grizzly bear land speed.
If you're in the mountains, they'll swear by it.
35 miles an hour. Holy mother of Moses.
Okay, so like a Vespa.
Can you outrun a Vespa? Because my fat ass can't.
No, definitely not. That's why you need the bear spray, right? You spray and then run. Otherwise, you have no shot.
Okay, hold up. We gotta... Boop, time. So you're saying I have to be close enough that the spray is going to project far enough to hit the bear, and then I have to turn it. I feel like if I'm within spraying distance, I'm already over. It's already game over. I'm eating. I'm eating, not eating. I'm not eating the bear. He's eating me.
You should probably be walking prepared if you're walking somewhere that there will be bears, from what I've been told. And then it's like it's not like a pepper spray. It's like a
Canister.
it's a giant can.
Right.
And it's like a cloud. So you really want to run away from that area as soon as possible, because it is like way worse than any pepper spray or anything like that for us. So you really are kind of like spraying and running, and drop the can and run.
I appreciate that. I swear to God, if I were to do this, it would 100% be in the wind, and I would eat all of it. Like, I just know that on a visceral level.
Okay. Well, then let's hope you never encounter bears. I don't know what to tell you. It sounds like there's black bears around you, which I think are normally pretty harmless, from what I've been told.
Are they harmless?
Yeah, that's why like people go to the Smoky Mountains and stuff to like see them. Those be like cars. Like, oh, you guys, they're up in the trees because they climb trees. I don't know if you know that.
Oh my God, just keep adding all the reasons why bears are terrifying. Oh, their claws are, 3 feet long. Perfect. Oh, they climb trees. Great. Oh, they run the speed of a Vespa. Awesome. This is all such good things.
This is why I'm saying the only thing that I think of when I think of bears is bear spray, and like how I need to protect myself, because like if I'm in a building and there's a grizzly in sight, cool, I'm staying indoors. But like black bear, okay, as long as mom's not around, I think like, and we don't like make any sudden movements and just let them pass, it's like fine. I don't know. But people are okay with seeing black bears. They're smaller also. But yes, they climb trees, which I think is terrifying, because you could be hiking and there could be one above you.
That's a whole new terrifying thing I didn't think of.
Yeah. You're welcome for
thank you for
the
that.
nightmares.
What I was originally going to say is, I don't know why I just thought of this hilarious like cartoon-esque image of like you and a black bear at like the water cooler in an office, and then the grizzly walks into the room and you both just walk out. Like you guys are like, oh, this fucking guy. Is it
just like, anyway.
Yeah,
like,
right. Like I just imagine you and this black bear like literally holding like those little cone cups, just drinking water. And then
oh my God.
And then Griswold the grizzly walks in with like a tie on, like a long pencil tie, like Dwight. And he's like,
why is there a whole story?
And then he's like, sup guys, and you look at each other. That's one panel. And then the next panel is you looking at him. And the next panel after that is you two looking at each other. And then the panel after that is your backs towards the door. And he's just standing there like a sad grizzly. The grizzly's sad. He's heartbroken. He's heartbroken that he can't have friends. But he can't have friends because he's 7 foot tall and would murder them. So
he's vicious. He's mean. Yeah. I would really love for somebody who's talented and listening to draw that out.
I wish I was a cartoonist. I really do. Some days I'm like, making funny cartoons would be great. Would be great.
It's never too late. Start taking a drawing class. That can be your new hyperfixation.
What is that song? It's never too late.
That one's gonna bother me because like it sounds familiar, but also what the fuck are you saying?
Dude, I think it's JoJo. I think JoJo sings Never Too Late. I think that's the Never Too Late song by JoJo. Never Too Late. JoJo. Is it JoJo? Oh, Too Little Too Late. Ooh.
Oh.
That's right.
Okay, yeah, now that makes sense.
It was never too late. It was never too late. It was always too little too late. Or too late. Yeah, whatever. There's a lot of lates there. It's a JoJo song. My bad. On that note,
everyone run and go listen to it.
Right now, JoJo's great.
It's a good one.
So is JoJo Siwa. We love her new haircut. Really embracing all of those things. We love that.
We do.
Also, my laptop is dying. So
on that note,
we're gonna wrap it up. You're welcome.
Thanks,
for all of the behind the scenes content. We talked about bears. We talked about color schemes. We talked about puzzles, and Kristine had a faux Southern accent in there in the middle. So
don't forget about the cigarillos.
The cigarillos. My dad's a vapor. My dad's a goddamn vapor.
So many of us are.
So,
Don't
well,
judge.
the FDA is finally banning Juuls, which should have happened forever ago, and I hope that they ban the rest
Forever
of the
ago.
gross, terribly for you designed vaping pods that aren't regulated and aren't safe. I think vaping has a place in the world. I think vaping has a place in the world in a safe way, and we shouldn't be huffing carcinogens and food dyes, friends. We shouldn't.
Agreed.
Yeah. I took care of a kid not that long ago with like a true popcorn lung secondary to like a whole bunch of vaping, and he's gonna have a really tough
Ugh.
road moving on. Yeah, he's only like 18 or 19, and he's gonna have permanent lung damage forever, and it's kind of terrifying. So on that note, please don't do that, and we love you.
We're going to call this one the nightmare episode. Have a great day, guys. Night, whatever it is for you.
It's the hashtag nightmare fuel. Anyway, bye.
Bye.